All right, race fans, welcome to TurnLeftTV. Be ready for some high-speed action tonight. Step on the gas. All right, race fans, welcome to Sin City. This is TurnLeftTV, and I'm your host, Heath Johnson. We got a doozy for you tonight at Vegas, baby. 98 laps. It's race number 10 in the 2020 fall season. It's the final race of the season. And oh my gosh, it's Sin City and it is Halloween. Who's going to win this one? Great racing here tonight. We had two guys in the hunt for the championship. Stay tuned, boys and girls. It's live right here on TurnLeftTV. Well, we got a doozy for you tonight here at Vegas in the Buschwackers season. To finish out the season, who's going to win? We got two young guns vying for the championship. Hang on, boys and girls. All right, hey, thank you so much for coming in and joining me here on TurnLeftTV. We got a good one for you here tonight. Guys are in the practice session. Man, it is loud and wild. It's a good turnout here tonight. Already got some chatters in here early, man. Got that Tony Reiner, Sean Jacobs, Givaldo, Flavio in here as well. Welcome, buona noche. Good to see you guys out here to join us in the broadcast. Got a couple of those drivers out there on the track here, just wishing us luck. Take a look at Givaldo Spindola as he makes some laps here in the practice session. 7.5 minutes left in the practice session. And we're going to kick this bad boy off. This is a last race of the season. Again, this is Las Vegas, mile and a halfer, 98 laps, race 10 of 10. I'm your broadcaster, your commentator, Heath Johnson, and Sadie the dog joins me as well. She's laying over here to the side of me, keeping me company, but thank you so much for coming in and joining us tonight. We got a good one for you. We'll take a look at the track here at Vegas. Again, a mile and a half. Banking in the turns at 12 to 20 degrees progressive. Located in Las Vegas, Nevada. And after the race, I think we're going to go party, man. You know what they say. What happens in Vegas stays in Vegas. Very fun track. And excited about this race here tonight. We'll take a look at the season standings coming into tonight. Lucas in for a 359 points, sits on top there with one race to go. Colin Mattiak just 18 points back. He has a shot there. A lot of things have to go right for him, but I think wrong for Luca. But you know, the best thing is just try to race your race, try to finish as high up as you can. You never know, man. Arthur Fiata there in third has had a great season this season. Sean Jacobs sits in the fourth position. See, Lauren Stoppelworth is he's supposed to be Paul Brown's fifth. I got messed up. I got to fix that. Lauren Stoppelworth's actually in the fifth position. Preston Hassel sixth. Paul Brown seventh. Jose Carvalho eighth. Jeff Sickles ninth, and Reese Kennedy is 10th. I got to fix that. We can't have that. You guys have this where it goes off of the class standings for some reason. That is Busch League right there. It's the Busch Series, but we don't want Busch League stuff. It's been a great season here with these cars, and we're getting big fields here, so guys really liking what's coming, what's out here. So really awesome season that we've had. Very excited about what we've got in store next season too. We got some new tracks headed your way, so keep your eyes peeled. All right, let's see if we got that fixed there. I think we do. Now, hey, the numbers are in order. There you go. There's the standings in the correct order. So Luca has 3 wins this season. Colin has 2. So I think those 2 guys right there are in the hunt for the championship. I think Arthur Vieira. I just don't think probably enough points there behind that he might not have a shot there of being able to win a championship. But nonetheless, man, what a great run for Arthur Vieira this season. So got about 3 minutes left here in the practice session. Coming up tomorrow at 4 p.m., we'll be at Apple Valley Speedway. That's California in the IndyCar Series. 100 laps. It's race number 7 in that 2020 HORL IndyCar Series. It's going to be a good one, man. I was out there on the track. It's going to be a good side-by-side racing. Probably see even some 3-wide action there. So very interesting track for these cars. A little bumpy in the turns, but I think these guys are going to have a lot of fun. And it'll be live right here on TurnLeftTV. I want to thank you so much for joining me here on TurnLeftTV. I want to say peace to everybody out there in sim racing land. Thank you for coming in and joining me. If you haven't hit that subscribe button, I encourage you to do so. And then share my videos with all your friends. Let them know what's happening here at TurnLeftTV. And make sure you hit that thumbs up button, man. Let me know you were here. If you'd like to make a donation to TurnLeftTV, you can click on the link up in the banner of the channel and make a donation straight through PayPal. Coming up tomorrow night at 9 p.m., we will be back at it at Las Vegas Motor Speedway in the Saturday Night Thunder. The Cup cars hitting the Sin City track. 110 laps there, race number 10, the final race of the season. This will be an interesting one, man. I'll tell you, with these 2018 stock cars on October 31st, the final race of the season. And I'm going to get in the car and drive this bad boy. So you want to beat up on the broadcaster? Come on out Saturday night and give it a shot. If you want to join the Discord channel, there's the Discord address there just above the 2020 fall season logo. We'd love to have you. Well, if you're interested in some comics, please give ZiaComics.com your business, your nerd headquarters. Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, and Twitter. ZiaComics.com, your nerd headquarters. Take a look at the practice results here. Colin Matiak, the top time. Todd Robillard, second in practice. Paul Brown, third. You see Will Dunbar, fourth in practice. Preston Hassel, fifth top time there in the practice session. Tony Reiner, sixth. Jeff Sickles in the seventh position. Dan Chu, eighth. Tim Lansbury, ninth fastest in practice. Sean Jacobs is 10th. Take a look at P11 through 17 as we get ready to kick it over to qualifications. Well, who got that big win last week? Oh my gosh, that's right. Our points leader, Lucas Sinford, got a big one last week at, where were we last week? I don't remember. We have to check the schedule, see where that was. That was Apple Valley, if I'm not mistaken. So good win for him. Congratulations to Luca on a big win. And Arthur Vieira finishing in that third position. Sean Jacobs was second. Lawrence Stopwood finished fourth. And Todd Robillard rounded out the top five. So Luca putting the nail in the coffin. Take a look at qualifications here. This is Reese Canaday, his qualification attempt. Top time right now is Paul Brown, 29 point. Oh, Colin Matiak there jumps up on the grid, 29.572. We watch Reese Canaday in his qualification attempt. Dan Chu up there in the top of the grid, second place right now. Take a look at Dan Chu here in that 14 car, finishing up his qualification attempt here. Right now, second on the grid, back into that car, looking a little squirrely as he comes off the turn. See those guys dipping below that white line. Now, they're allowed to do that in the qualification session, but that is out of bounds during the race. Jeff Sickles here making his qualification attempt. That 29 car. Sean Jacobs finishing up his qualification tip, showing third on the grid. Ismael Castro in the 70 car. Right now, 11th on the grid, finishing up his qualification attempt here. Target time, 29.572. Ismael, 11th on the grid with a 29.811. Tim Lansbury. What's he doing? Tim Lansbury there getting some airtime. He said, hey, I'm not going to qualify. I'm just going to sit here at the start-finish line and ease over the line ever so slightly. There he goes. Must have been a little bit too much chili there for the 82 car. Tony Reiner in the 81 car. Harley Davidson sponsored machine. Second on the grid. Good run there for Tony Reiner. 29.744. Good enough for P2. Don't forget about Lucas Sinford, man. I'll tell you what, this guy has been spot on as far as fuel mileage and saving tires. He has got it figured out. 21 car. Right now, 9th on the grid. See this second lap here. So the target time, 29.572. Like he's a little bit above that right now. About 0.05 of a second down there on the apron. And where does he finish? 6th on the grid will be Lucas Sinfer, our points leader. So there you go, Colin Matiak, the whippersnapper, will be our pole sitter here tonight. So Tony Reiner 2nd, Dan Chu qualifies in the 3rd position, Sean Jacobs 4th, Paul Brown qualifies in 5th. You see Luca Sinfer qualifies in the 6th position, Will Dunbar 7th, Preston Hassel qualifies in 8th, and Todd Robillard 9th, Givaldo Spindola in that top 10. We'll take a look at the schedule where we've been this season. Man, we had that Steve Freeze Memorial on September the 11th for the 11 car. Very important race to us here at High Octane Racing League. And we've just had some great racing, man. We've had several races caution-free. And, a lot of races are really, really low caution count. So excited about tonight here at Las Vegas. Fun track, 98 laps here to finish out the season. And we've got a great schedule headed your way for next season. So keep your eyes peeled for the release of the schedule here very, very soon. Sort of tightening some things up. Looks like Colin's biggest fan is in here. He says, let's go, whippersnapper. Preston Hassel said, time to rumble at Vegas. Enjoy the race. Good luck to Preston tonight. He's out here running some laps too in the 27 car. And I want to send out my thank you to all the folks that come in and do the chatting and so forth and keep that stream chat session very lively. All the folks that come out and watch the races as well. And then also all the folks who support TurnLeftTV, have subscribed, share the races, watch the races. And most importantly, I really want to thank all the drivers for supporting High Octane Racing League and showing up for the races. We got a good field here tonight, and we got some excellent racing going on. And it's really because of the dedication that we have from the High Octane Racing League crew, but also the drivers that come back week in, week out. I greatly appreciate that. So thank you for coming in tonight. We've got a good race here for you at Vegas. It always is a fun race, so excited about that. So we got a couple, looks like we got about a minute and a half left here in the qualification session. Looks like this guy's going to flip this over here just a little early, so get things rolling in the warm-up session. Get that race started. All right, 10-minute warm-up session. How can I entertain you for 10 minutes? About 6.5 minutes left to go here in the warm-up session. Octane Curiosity joining us in here. But good luck. So good luck. Thank you so much. Got it's Terrace Enrique joining us in the race here tonight. So this is exciting to see Terrace out here. Terrace going to jump in that 7X car. Good to see Terrace out here joining us tonight. How about that, huh? That is some sim racing royalty right there, Terrace Enrique. So now 18 drivers here joining us. This is exciting. So, we're pushing the limits here, 20 drivers. Not the limit, but good 20 drivers would be nice. But 18, very, very good turnout here for the last race of the season. Take a look at this 27 car. This is Preston Hassel. Long-time HORL member. I mean, this guy goes back way, way back here. About 2003. Been a member of this organization for a long time, man. We've been sim racing together for a heck of a long time, man. What's that, 17 years? You know, we take a little break here now and then, but good to get back in touch with Preston Hassel and get him out here racing again. And Dan Chu, we started out racing HORL when they were just doing some pickup races in NASCAR Racing 4 back in 2001, and here we are still racing together 19 years later. Almost 20 now. Sean Jacobs as well. Right now he's in the pits in that 24 car. He's used to race the 13 car back in the day, and then changed over to the 24. So Sean goes back about 2006. Can't forget about Will. Will's talking about young whippersnappers. When Will started out racing at HORL back in the day, about 2005, 2004. He was about 15 years old. And I kid around with him. I said, man, the way you drove, I thought you were an old man. Here he is back at it. So I'm going to say thanks so much to Will for all his help and really helping us out, keeping this HORL thing going, and doing a lot of the the tech work. So we got about 3 minutes left to go here in the warm-up session. Jair Oliveira here joining us in the chat session as well. Good to see him out there. Will D, man, you got to get back in that car, bro. Some practice laps in. So 18 drivers here joining us tonight. It's going to be a wild one. All right, we got about 20 seconds left here in warm-up, and we're going to kick this bad boy off here. So All right, boys and girls, it is that time. So here we are, 98 laps, the final race of the season. The championship's going to come down to 2 drivers, I think. Las Vegas Motor Speedway. What a race to finish it, huh? Race number 10 in the 2020 fall season. It's Halloween! Is it going to be trick? Or is it going to be treat? All right, the starting order here tonight. Starting order here tonight. Colin Madiak starts in P1. Tony Reiner is in second. Dan Chu starts in the 3rd position. Sean Jacobs starts in. Colin Madiak starts in 1st. First, Tony Reiner 2nd. Dan Chu 3rd. Sean Jacobs 4th. Paul Brown 5th. Lucas Sin for 6th. Will Dunbar starts in the 7th position. Preston Hassel starts in 8th. In the 9th position is Todd Robillard in the 90 car. Givaldo Spindola starts in 10th. John Stanley starts in the 11th position, and Reese Canaday starts in 12th. In the 13th position is Ismael Castro in the 70 car. Artur Vieta in that 4 car starts in 14th. Rogerio Santos starts in 15th. In the 97, Jeff Sickles is 16th. In 17th is Tim Lansbury in the 82. And Terrace Enrique in the 7X, joining us for the first time. Starts in the 18th position. Is it going to be trick? Or is it going to be treat? All right, boys and girls, it's going to be a good one here tonight. 13 car of Colin Madiak. P1 will lead the field to take the green flag. 110 laps. Well, I said 98 laps. I scheduled this for 110. I guess we're going 110. Better hope you're not leading at 98 and then end up wrecking. All right, here we go to green. 81, Tony Reiner looking pretty strong there on the outside line, headed into turn 1. Colin Madiak, our pole sitter, on that inside, solidifying at P1. Dan Chu in the 2nd position in the 14 car, trying to get through now, get by Tony Reiner and finish off that pass. On board here with Tony Reiner running in the 3rd position. Preston Hassel starting to press him a little bit. Also the 77, Paul Brown. Side by side with those guys. Take a look at Paul Brown. They are a hornet's nest. So a 77 there. Little bit of 3 wide to see the 88 of Will Dunbar on the inside line. That 77 holds on to that position. 88, Will Dunbar has Lucas Sinford just behind him. A couple Mustangs there battling for position through the across the start-finish line into turn 1. Todd Robillard sort of the back of this train here. He's running behind the 21 of Lucas Sinford, and he's got some company here. Givaldo Spindola down to the inside line. That 68 car not able to pull off that pass. Has to back off, but now he's going to retry here in the turn. Oh, he's going to get tight right there. The 68 car almost got up into that 90 car. Will Dunbar here in the 88. Looking low here on Paul Brown. Good side-by-side racing right there. Dan Chu, Tony Reiner battling for position. Tony Reiner now in that 2nd spot. Take a look at this pass here. Tony Reiner getting by Dan Chu in the 14. So Tony Reiner down on the inside line in that 81 car makes that pass. Lucas Sinfer in the 21 car working that high side. You see the 90 of Todd Robillard just behind him. Lucas Sinfer in the 21 right now running in the 7th position. Good racing here early on. Good racing here. Side by side with the 88. Todd Robillard looks like he wanted to make it 3 wide. He went down to the inside line. Or went down to the middle there and thought he was going to try to squeeze through. Wisely backs off. John Stanley. Oh, man, I tell you what, I think Givaldo Spindola might have smacked the wall there. Hard lick for Givaldo Spindola. Man, that was a hard lick. We'll take a look here. Givaldo Spindola, I think, might have made some contact as John Stanley had gotten by. See Givaldo smacking the wall right there, coming off the turn as John Stanley gets by. My heavens, that was a hard lick. Going to definitely have some right side damage there. Reese Candidate getting his way through as well. And side by side right there with the 80 and the 62. Close racing. Tim Lansbury. See Rogerio Santos in that 97 car as Tim Lansbury is going to get by him. Rogerio now back to the 17th position. Tim Lansbury in the 82. Picking up a spot here. Will Dunbar here working on the bottom side of the 90. Todd Robillard. So this 88 car showing some muscle here tonight. He and Todd Robillard having a battle. The 88 and the 90 battling for position. Paul Brown, Sean Jacobs here battling for position. Paul Brown in the 77 down to the bottom line here trying to get by that 24. Good side-by-side racing there. Todd Robillard here starting to make some noise. He's looking low on the 21. Todd Robillard pulls off that pass. Lucas Sinfer now back to the 8th position. Take a look at Colin Madiak, our race leader. We got a yellow flag here. Yellow flag. It's Colin Madiak, the race leader. Tony Reiner second. Dan Chu third. First caution flag. Here 11 laps in. Take a look and see what happened here. Maybe getting some word that maybe Ismael Castro might have been involved. Take a look at here, this 70 and the 68 car. It's like that 70 might have gotten up. Boy, they touched the apron or something. I don't know. He got up the track there a little bit. Oh, man, that was a hard lick there for the 70 car. The 68 and the 70 make contact. Take a look at this again here. See the 70 car going down to the low side. And then comes up the track just a little bit here as he got in corner a little bit shallow, I think, and gets into that 68 car. Comes up the track there. And just 68 there, I just don't think he had a lot of room to breathe on that one. There's that little bit later in that sequence. So we'll go on board here with the 70 car. He goes down trying to pull off this pass, and he's going to have a little bit of trouble there. He kind of gets up, and I think he just did not understand or didn't realize that he wasn't quite clear of the 68. And ends up making some contact there. So it looks like the 70 car That was on the 70. So Colin Madiak, the race leader. Tony Reiner, second. Dan Chu, third. Preston Hassel is fourth. Paul Brown, fifth. Sean Jacobs is sixth. Todd Robillard, seventh. Lucas Sinfer in the eighth position. Will Dunbar, ninth. And John Stanley rounding out the top 10 here. Jack Hoyer Racing joining us. How about that, man? Jack Hoyer Racing. Now, there's some racing royalty right there. One of our young students who actually does some dirt track racing. So look him up, man. Jack Hoyer Racing running up here in Indiana. What a dream, man. What a dream to be able to do that at such a young age there. Very cool. Nice young man. And a heck of a race car driver. Jair saying it. Yep, Luca is stuck in traffic, looks like. There's Colin Madiak coming down pit lane. Reese Canaday will be our race leader here as these guys making pit stops. Take a look at our side-by-side view here as Colin Madiak finishing up his pit stop. Coming back out on track. Jeff Sickles shown in the second position. Tim Lansbury third. Colin Madiak now comes back out in the fourth position. Oh, drivers. Hey, you already said that, man. Go back. So JJ answering your question, looks like I think Luca had his modus operandi all year long is sort of just be sit back and wait and then let the thing sort of come to him, and he usually shows up at the front at the end of the race, that's for sure. Look at that, man. Ed Palumbo coming in, joining us. It's good to see Ed, man. Ed, send him out well wishes your way to you and your family as well. Definitely, you're in my thoughts here, man. Been thinking about you all week, and definitely reach out to me if you need something. But good to see you in here, bud. Definitely a huge part of HORL, Ed Palumbo. So Jack Hoyer Racing in here tonight, or showing up in here tonight in the chat session. That is awesome. How about that? So we'll get some Reese Canaday, Tim Lansbury. Reese Canaday, Tim Lansbury coming down pit lane. That gives the lead back to the 13. 77, Paul Brown second. Don't forget, coming up tomorrow at 4 p.m. we'll be at Apple Valley Speedway in the Indy cars. That's right, man. Race number 7. Apple Valley is California in the game, so this will be a great one, man. I think it's a wide track, a lot of room here, a little bumpy through the turns, but it's going to be a fun one. So it's race number 7 in that HORL IndyCar Series season, and you don't want to miss it. It'll be live right here on TurnLeftTV at 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. All right. Now, it doesn't show that the lights are out on the safety car, so it's like Colin Matiak has elected to go down to the inside line here, so pace car is off. Just kind of fake this out with the light thing. Ready to go back green. Paul Brown on the outside line in second. Dan Chu third. Tony Reiner is fourth. Here we go, back to green. Colin Matiak coming in second in points tonight. Behind him, you see Paul Brown in the 77 car. Dan Chu in the 14. Couple Camaros here trying to ease up on this Mustang. Paul Brown moving to the outside line here. Put a little pressure on that 13 car, so Paul Brown here vying for the race lead. The 77 car now our new race leader here if he crosses the start-finish line in the race lead. And I think Colin Matiak is one of those guys here. He's going to try to take it back. Tony Reiner down to the inside line at 81. He gets a little bit loose. Oh, he slides up there and gets into the 14 car a little bit. Little contact between the 81 and the 14. That 81 looked like he got a little bit loose there, tried to catch it, and got into the 14 car. That 14 down to the inside here, now crossing him over a little bit. We got a cluster of cars back here. 27 and the 88. There's Uncle Preston racing the nephew, Will Dunbar, in the 88 car. Preston in that 27 car, in that AMD sponsored machine. On board here with Preston Hassel. He pulls off that pass. Now running in the 6th position. Todd Robillard here making his way through, running in the 7th spot in that 90 car. Got some good racing here. How about this, man? Terrace Enrique joining us. He's running in the 11th position in that 7X machine. One of our great Brazilian drivers. Good to see Terrace out here tonight. Some good racing going on. Ismael Castro, Jeff Sickles. This is the 70 versus the 29 car. Ismael Castro in the 70 car going to pull off that pass. Reese Candidate just behind him. On board here with Ismael Castro. Reese Candidate in the 80 car down on the bottom line in that Camaro. They're trying to make a pass and he tucks in. About Artur Vieira here running in the 12th position. He's third in points coming in tonight. Just to give you a look what looks out of the front of his car. That is a lot of cars right there. 7X. But Terrace Enrique goes to the high line, and Artur Vieira here going to try to make a pass down on the bottom side. He's running behind that 88 car. Good side-by-side battling here. This is Las Vegas, man. Some great racing. Artur there backs off and gives that spot back to the 7X. It looks like that high line is a little bit better here right now. So guys are reporting that they feel like that this track is a little bit tight right now. The 88 of Will Dunbar on that bottom side there, the 7X of Terrace Enrique up on the high side. Take a look at our points leader here, Lucas Sinfer, the 21, that Flex Seal sponsored Mustang. Right now running in the 8th position. Now in 7th, so good battling there. John Stanley running with him, running in the 8th spot. So Paul Brown continuing to lead the field. He's got a little pressure here from Colin Matiak here, trying to take that lead back. Colin realized what he has to do to win this championship. Try to lead the most laps, try to win the race, and hope that you have a little bit of lady luck on your side with Luca Sinfer having some bad luck. Sean Jacobs here running in the fourth position. He and Dan Chu, the 24 and the 14. Couple Camaros here racing side by side, followed by a couple Mustangs. On board here with Sean Jacobs. Man, it got a little tight right there. Sean Jacobs a little bit loose coming off the turn. He slid up the track and then lost the back end of that car somewhat. Man, we had to jump out of that on board. Catch that. So Sean Jacobs here playing some catch-up, trying to hold on to this thing. He had to chase that thing up the track. Keep from coming around. We'll take a look at this replay here. This is a 14. Dan Chu up on the high line. You see Sean Jacobs in the 24 kind of drifting up right there, and there might have been a little contact. I'm not sure, but it's like a 24 car there. It almost comes around. Rogerio Santos in the 97 and the 7X here racing for position. Couple Brazilians here fighting it out. With them running in the Toyotas. 97, Rogerio Santos getting that scheme in the car set. So good to see that in there. Art de Vieira here in the 4 car now, working on that 24, that Western Auto machine. So this NASCAR BR number 4 now moving forward up to the 7th spot. Dan Chu showing some muscle here tonight in his 41 car. Or excuse me, this 14 car. He's running behind the 81 and Tony Reiner in that Harley-Davidson sponsor machine. And Luca Sinfer just behind him. You see Preston Hassel dipping down to the low line here, trying to get by Luca. Luca Sinfer in the 21, our points leader. He's going to work back up on that high line and give Dan Chu a run here. Try to take back over 4th. So good side-by-side racing right here. This is for the 4th position. Luca Sinfer on the outside line using that draft from Tony Reiner. Tony now driving down through the middle there. And they're going to go 3 wide. Oh, my heavens, man, they're 3 wide. Woo! Preston Hassel running in that 27 car. He's getting by that 14. These guys hanging on for dear life right now. They're talking about how this setup is a little bit loose. Oh, man, I think that 14 car, or excuse me, Tony Reiner might have gotten into the wall in the 81. Take a look here as he comes off the turn, and I really think he's going to, well, he's holding on to this. I think he gets into the wall a little bit earlier. It looked like Tony Reiner had made some contact with the wall in that 81, so he's probably dealing with a little bit of damage there as the 14 of Dan Chu goes by. 27, Preston Hassel looking on the low side. With Tony Reiner having some issues here in this 81. He's falling back a little bit. Well, look who's at the race lead. That is the 21 of Luca Sinfer. That guy has slowly, methodically moved his way up to the front. Now taking the race lead here. We'll take a look at that pass here for the race lead as they cross that start-finish line heading into turn 1. 21 up on the outside line. Up on the outside line is the 13. Colin Matiak on that bottom side. So Luca Sinfer to the race lead. 13, Colin Matiak, second in points. Right now, second on the grid. 90 of Todd Robillard. And the 27 of Preston Hassel racing for position. Good side-by-side racing here. This is for the 7th spot, that Napa sponsor machine. Up the track there a little bit, trying to run that high line. I'll tell you what, there's really not anybody better at running that high line than this 90 car. We got a yellow flag here. We got a yellow flag. Second yellow of the race. So the 21, Lucas Sinfer, going to take that caution flag, and we'll take a look and see what happened here. Tony Reiner there off track. He's making a pit stop here. We might have had, oh, look at that, 3 wide. Looks like Sean Jacobs on the outside line, Dan Chu in the middle, Arthur Vieira down low, and then Sean, looks like a contact between Arthur Vieira. Not a very good camera angle right there. That's all I got. I'll have to go on board here. Go on board here. This is Dan Chu. It looks like he just got sandwiched in the middle and some hard contact with the wall as the 14 car comes around. Oh, Dan Chu takes a hard lick. Go on board here. This is Sean Jacobs, and he's going to the outside line. And then there are going to be 3 wide here coming off the turn. So on board here with Sean Jacobs. And those guys getting together, you see that hard contact. I'll tell you what, Todd Robillard had a ringside seat for that action. Watch this. It looks like Dan gets a little bit loose right there, and 14 and the 4 get together. Kind of back this up here a little bit. It looks like the 4 car goes down to the bottom side and makes that 3 wide, but Dan Chu maybe reacts there, didn't realize the 4 got that message. The 4 car was there, and then gets a little bit squirrely, and then contact. And then there was hard contact after the fact. So Ismael Castro, he's going to make contact with Dan Chu, I believe. You're right here. Oh, and there's contact there with the 70. Right there. As the 70 car had nowhere to go, he just got into the 14. He was coming across the track. So these guys making pit stops here on lap 35. So on board here with our race leader as he comes down pit lane. Well, Luca having a pretty good pit stop there, coming back out on track. Jeff Sickles getting that lap led, staying out here, so he's going to lead a lap in the 29 car and then come down pit lane.
Pit road will be open this time.
Hey, I want to say thank you so much for coming out to the YouTube channel and joining Heath Johnson, the broadcaster, the famous guy. No, I'm just kidding. Hey, thanks for coming in. Appreciate it. Looks like we got Alexei Salvayev in here as well. I said 4:52 a.m. here in Moscow. So I was telling some of my students today, I've got some friends from all around the world because of sim racing. And I appreciate everybody being here, whether you're one of my students or whether you're one of my fans or one of the guys that I race with, or you know, whatever the case may be, or you just like HORL, you like sim racing. All kinds of reasons for people to be here, but I appreciate each and every one of you. Thank you for coming in, and we got a good race here for you tonight. Guys are reporting that this setup is a little bit of little loose here with the rubbering end in this track, so a little bit of a tough car to handle. So we are getting a 1 to go now, and Luca has elected to take the outside line on this restart. That's going to leave the inside line to the 13 of Colin Matiak. Todd Robillard in third. Sean Jacobs going to start in the 4th position. So I told you, man, Luca's sort of modus operandi all season has been really laying back here, kind of chilling, and then moving that car slowly to the front and sort of figuring this out. You know, he's racing in traffic, sort of figuring things out, and then he always seems to find a way to get that 21 car up front. 13, Colin Matiak, another one of our young guns. Both those guys 16 years old-ish. So a couple of our young drivers here racing with the old guys. Here we go. Pace car is in. Back to green. This time by the Flex Seal sponsored Mustang on the outside line will lead the field to take the green flag. See that 90 car there giving that 13 a little bit of a shove. 13 gets a good launch on the restart. 21. Outside line has to maybe give up that position. It looks like he's going to, as the 90 car looking to get by as well. Lucas Sinfer up on this outside line here, and he's going to try to find a way to get in. You see him working that wheel coming off the turn. Good side-by-side racing here. This 90 car has aspirations of getting up front here and leading. Todd Robillard here down on the inside line. See, now he's getting around the 13. The 13 going to make it a little bit difficult for him, but the 90 car showing some muscle here now up front. Colin Matiak in second. Lucas Sinfer now back to the 3rd position. Take a look at Paul Brown here running in 4th in that 77 car. 24, Sean Jacobs just behind him in that Western Auto machine. You had front 3 looking out of the front of Paul Brown's machine. They got a mess behind him. Guys are reporting it's really hard to make passes here, but I've seen some good passing going on. Take a look at Preston Hassel here running in the 6th position. Got Sean Jacobs just in front of him in that 24 on board here with the 27 car. Alexi says he was hyped for the restart. Good racing going on here. We've had a couple caution flags. The track is a little slick here tonight. How about this, man? Terrace Enrique in that 7X car running in the 9th position. He's got Will Dunbar in the 88 just ahead. Will Dunbar there diving down to the bottom line here, looking to see if he can't make something work on this low line. Tony Reiner back here in the 14th position, giving John Stanley in 13th. That 12 car running in the 13th position. Up high is the 81 of Tony Reiner, one of our Couple of Canadian drivers right there. John Stanley from Canada, 81. Tony Reiner from just across the lake there from Detroit over in the Canada side. Canadian side there is he's battling that 12 car. Pulls off that pass. Tim Lansbury, he started back in the back here, but starting to look pretty strong, running up in the 10th position. So cracking that top 10 is that 82 Skyline Chili Ford Mustang. Having a good run here. Todd Robillard, the 90, our race leader, and he has got some company. Take a look at Todd Robillard at the wheel. He's got a couple of young guns there working on the back end and looking for an opening on the bottom sides. Todd Robillard trying to hold these guys off. Colin Matiak there dipping down to the low line here, giving that low line a look as Todd Robillard at the wheel. The 90, and that Coletta's sponsored Napa Camaro leading the field. Colin Matiak in that Fanatec number 13 car, that Ford Mustang, looking to try to get back around the 90. Art Vieira here in the 4 car looking to make a pass on this 88. Another one of our great Brazilian drivers, Art Vieira. A lot of championships for that guy. Now moving up to the 9th position. Lucas Sinfer in the 21 here, looking on this outside line, having a little bit of help from the 90 car. He's following that 90 up on the outside line. The 90 trying to play both sides there. Running up on a high line, running down on the low line. And Luca had gotten that spot, but now Colin able to get back by using a little bit of the draft on the low line when the 90 dipped down to the low line. Luca was able to get back by. Preston Hassel here running in the 6th position. That 27 car. And having a pretty good run. Colin Matiak here working this outside line. He's going to try to get around this 90 car. Good side-by-side racing as they cross the line to 13. Colin Matiak, one of our Ohio drivers, working that wheel, getting around the 90. It looks like Lucas Sinfer might follow him through. Looking out of the back of Colin Matiak's machine as Todd Robillard here starting to fall back a little bit. He's got that, now has that 77. Paul Brown now looking on the outside line. So Paul Brown now moving up to the 3rd position as Todd Robillard went from 1st to 4th here fairly quickly. So might be having a tire issue. As Paul Brown, that 77, running behind the 21, Lucas Sinfer. Sean Jacobs now in the picture in that 24 car. Tony Reiner and the 12 of John Stanley rekindling that battle. John Stanley moving out of the outside line and getting around the 81. So that's Stanley Tools Ford Mustang now back up to 13th. About this, Reese Canada in the 80 car working on Givaldo Spindola in that 68 car. So Reese Canada in the 80 now using that bottom line, following Jeff Sickles and getting around Givaldo Spindola. Givaldo now back to 17th. Terrace Enrique now having a battle here with Preston Hassel. Arteviera looks like he's running behind these guys. Arteviera running that 4 car as Terrace Enrique trying to get around that AMD sponsor number 27 Ford Mustang. Oh, some contact there between the two of those guys. A little bit of contact. That got a little interesting. Take a look at this as you're watching that. It's that 7X and the 27 battling for position in that 27 car. got a little bit of run right there on the 7X, back on the high side, and there's contact there coming off the turn. As they did a good job of sort of getting that straightened out. So Colin Matiak, the race leader, but Lucas Sinford in pursuit in the 21. The 77 of Paul Brown in the picture here. Sean Jacobs and Todd Roblar have been swapping positions back and forth. Sean Jacobs running in the 5th position now as Todd Roblar gets back by, but Sean Jacobs now working on the bottom line, looking to see if he can. Oh man, trying to get by that 90 car. That is tight right there. You couldn't put a piece of paper between the two of those guys. As a 24, Sean Jacobs trying to work this bottom line, and the 90 indicating that leading the field really used his stuff up a little bit, and he is fighting that car as Sean Jacobs getting a little bit loose there, coming off the turn down the straight into turn 3. Not able to pull off that pass. Ismael Castro, Rogerio Santos battling for position. John Stanley in this mix too. That's 70. Ismael Castro trying to pull off this pass, and he gets by. Takes over the 11th position. Take a look at Ismael Castro in that 70 car. He's now working on Will Dunbar in the 88, so looking out of the front of Ismael Castro's machine at the 88 on that outside line. Castro pulling off that pass as the 88, Will Dunbar, tucks in. Todd Robillard here now trying to close in on Paul Brown. Todd Robillard and Sean Jacobs getting by Paul Brown. Paul Brown back now falls back to the 5th position as Todd Robillard now back up to 3rd. Sean Jacobs in the 4th position. So Paul Brown indicating that car is really not to his liking right now. Reese Canaday here in the 80 car. Getting by that 97. Good tight battle there down the front stretch into turn 1 as the 80 down to the inside line and takes that spot. So Reese Canaday now up to the 14th position. He's getting that car way up there in the marbles and holds on to the 14th spot. John Stanley here now working on Tony Reiner. Tony Reiner, remember, he had made contact with the wall, has some outside or some right side damage. As the 12 car making that pass, that 81 has to tuck in. Now in the 13th position. Colin Matiak, the race leader here, as 21, Lucas Sinford not letting him get away. The 13 makes some contact with the wall, that outside wall. That car chasing that car up the track. He makes a little bit of contact with turn 1 wall. 77 indicating he's going to be coming down pit lane. He does not like the feel of this car right now. We're here on lap 60. Paul Brown coming out of turn 4. This is where you make pit stops here. So Paul Brown here making a pit stop. Colin Matiak leading the field. Paul Brown on pit lane. We see Paul Brown here making a pit stop on lap 61. Again, reporting that this track is loose. All the rubber built down. Colin Matiak now coming down pit lane. That's going to give the race lead to Lucas Sinford. So our race leader making a pit stop. Paul Brown finishing up that pit stop, coming back out. We'll take a look at on that lower frame, the 13 car, Colin Matiak, second in points coming into tonight as he makes a pit stop. Lucas Sinford has been known all season long to stay out just a little bit longer than the rest of these guys. He's won a couple races doing just that, basically fuel mileage strategy. This guy has got that calculator working. He does a great job. He's outsmarted these guys a few times this season. So the 21 looking like he's going to be coming down pit lane. So transition, this is another thing. Oh man, I'll tell you what, he got that car squirrely right there. He was working the wheel coming down pit lane. Sean Jacobs following him down pit lane. So you see those guys coming down pit lane, the 90 and the 24 on pit lane too. We got a busy pit lane. 88 there did not get into his pit box very well. As the 88 comes back out off on track after making pit stop. Tim Lansbury coming down pit lane as well. So we're getting a lot of these guys coming back down pit lane here. The 21, Lucas Sinford. I got to wonder, man, are any of these guys going to get speeding penalties? It's easy to speed on this track coming down pit lane because you're pitting off turn 4. And, the heat of the moment, guys are excited. Lucas Sinford running in the third position right now. We'll take a look at the 13, Colin Matiak. He is now our race leader. Lucas Sinford 1.8 seconds behind, so that 13 car had a great pit stop here as that pit stop sort of cycle back around. Alexei Salviev coming in here in the chat session. Good to see Alexei. I'd be excited to see him in that IndyCar race tomorrow. One of our great Russian drivers. Said it's 4:52. I guess it'd be 5:10 now in Russia. 5:10 a.m. the next day. So good dedication there. Maybe he's leaving. So it seems like Luca has everything under control, and I think that might have been his good night message. Take a look at Will Dunbar here running in the 16th spot in that 88 car. He is the first car one lap down, so he's in that lucky dog position. The caution flag does fly. 2 caution flags here tonight. As Colin Matiak, the race leader, and Will Dunbar in the 88 running in 16th. Those guys running in close proximity on the track, so not a lot of, I don't think a lot of motivation right now to really try to race that 13 car hard and try to gain that spot. This Microsoft Dell sponsored Ford Mustang with Will Dunbar. He is in the lucky dog spot, so if there is a caution flag, he will get that lap back. So we got pit stops that have cycled back around. We'll take a look at the little battle here with Todd Robillard. Oh, man! Oh, there was contact there with Teres Enrique and Arthur Vieira. Those guys got together. Oh, my heavens, man. Little contact right here with the 4 and the 7X. Watch this. These guys make contact with each other. Coming off the turn and going to run out of room. Might a little bit too late for that. Oh, there we go, right there. That's that contact between the two of those guys, and the 7X goes sailing up into the wall. I don't think that was anything intentional by Arthur and Teres, but those guys definitely got together. Again, take another look at this. Coming off, just going to run out of room. Arthur is chasing that car. The back end of that car is coming around. And also the 7X trying to kind of shave that turn a little bit. And there's contact, and that's 7X making hard contact with the wall. as Todd Robillard makes that pass. And take a look and see what it looked like out of the front of his machine as those guys make contact right there in that 7X. And they're going to try to get that car back down off the wall. So Terrace Enrique has now retired his machine. That is too bad for Terrace in his first outing here at HORL. So the 13, Colin Madiak here showing some strength here in this back half of the race. And again, we'll take a look at the season standings coming into tonight. Lucas sent for 359, 18 points up on Colin Madiak. Archie Vieira sits in the 3rd position. Sean Jacobs 4th. Lawrence Stoppelworth not here tonight in 5th. Preston Hassel, Paul Brown, Jose Carvalho, Jeff Sickles, and Reese Canada at top 10. But right now, Colin Madiak in control. He's got a 2.8 second lead over Lucas Sinfer. Take a look at Preston Hassel here in the 27. He's got Ismael Castro just behind him. Preston running in the 8th position. Ismael running in the 9th spot. Pretty tight battle there as the 70 car giving that 27 a run for his money right now. See that 70 car going down to the bottom line, cannot quite get the run he needs off the turn, so it looks like that mid to high line is the best for coming off the turn, getting a good run. It's a 27 having to fight off that 70. That 70 now going to try and maybe do a crossover move up on the high side. They got to change that camera angle, man. We got too much filming from far away there. Look at this, the 81 and the 97 car battling each other as the 81 gets by. Tony Reiner making that pass. That's for the 10th spot. We'll take a look at that pass. Down the front stretch, crossing the start-finish line. Side by side, the 97 and the 81 having a good battle there. As that 81 now picks up 10th. Rosario Santos back to the 11th position. Good little battle between the two of those guys. Jump back up here with Ismael Castro as he's looking ahead at that 27. He's trying to find a way to get by. Givaldo Spindola right there as well. Now Givaldo running in the 16th position just in front of these guys. So these guys want to try to get around him as quickly as they can. And 27 using that high line now. Oh, a little bit loose right there. You saw the back end of that car coming around. Good job holding on to that. Ismael Castro taking some notes here, trying to figure out a way to get by that 27 car. I think he wants to use that high line. 68, Givaldo Spindola up the track here, giving these guys some room. Hard to make a pass here on slick track conditions. Those guys going down to the bottom line. You see the 68, Givaldo Spindola up high as Ismael Castro on board here with him as he running behind that 27. Ismael Castro still up on that high line here. Tony Reiner going to try to get through now. Castro, you see him right there on the outside line, getting a good run there, good tow from the 27 car. Castro making some contact with the wall as Tony Reiner trying to sneak through. Getting more contact with the wall with the 68 car, more contact with the wall. He's trying to give these guys some room, and that's just Givaldo. Givaldo is just one of the nicest guys out on the track. He's just trying to give these guys room, and is slick, hard to drive. And the 68 car here doing a good job of giving these guys some room. A little dipping below the line there, it looked like the 97. So he can't make a pass there. Dipping below the line is that 97 car. Can't drop below the line. Looks like he was trying to avoid maybe that 81. So interesting happenings going on right now. The 81, Tony Reiner, running in the 10th position. He's driving down on that low lane. You see the 70 here now. Oh, contact right there. The 70 and the 27 might have made a little contact as the 70 squeezes through. Tony Reiner going to try to squeeze through here and get by that 27 car. 30 laps to go. The 81, Tony Reiner, now moves up to the 9th position. Man, that was a heck of a battle right there. Take a look at here is the 70 down on the bottom line. You see that contact there coming off the turn. 70 of the 27, a little bit of contact. Oh my heavens. Tim Lansbury here in the 82, and we might have had somebody coming down pit lane here. Paul Brown's coming off the track. Oh, Paul Brown coming around here a little bit. He's having some trouble. Not sure what's going on with Paul. Maybe he's trying to get coming down pit lane here, and he is spinning that car. Let's see what happened here. Taking a look ahead at Paul Brown. You can find him. Here we go. Oh, I missed him. Paul Brown here holding on to that thing. My heavens, man. He really got on the brakes. I don't know if he was trying to get on pit lane, missed it, or what, but that car got squirrely in a hurry. This 70 car, he's having some trouble maybe holding on to this thing. I don't know if he got into the wall or what, but that thing's wanting to come around on him right there. It's 77. It's like he might have retired his machine. So some tough break there for Paul Brown. And that's 77. Maybe has some damage. It looks like he might have retired that machine. Oh my heavens, man. 21, Lucas Sinfer back to the race lead here. We'll have to take a look at this pass. It's Lucas Sinfer catching back up here to that 13. Remember 13 had a good lead, but Luca gets by here on the outside line, and I mentioned that Luca is probably the best at saving those tires, at least the best right now here this season, at saving those tires and really rising to the challenge late in the race. With this battle for the 3rd position. The 90 of Todd Robillard, the 24, Sean Jacobs battling it out. Here 85 laps in. The 90 picking up the 3rd position. Sean Jacobs now back to 4th. Back up here with Lucas Sinfer, our race leader. We've got some guys on pit lane. Looks like Ismael Castro coming down pit lane here on lap 70. Taking some service. Colin Matiak on pit lane is Lucas Sinfer. Man, that car's getting loose there coming off the turn. We'll say Colin Matiak on that split screen there in that lower lane, or that lower line there coming down pit lane, and we lost him. We'll tuck back in here and take a look at him as he on pit lane. Our pole sitter here taking some service as Lucas Sinfer leading the field. Todd Robillard 2nd. Sean Jacobs in the 3rd position. John Stanley in 4th. Tim Lansbury shown in the 5th position. Now Colin Matiak coming back out on track in that 13 car. Looks like Luca might be peeling off the track to come down pit lane. Again, one of the best at getting that car off the track onto pit lane. He really gains a lot of time there. He has got that mastered. 90 car, Todd Robillard, now our new race leader. Lucas Sinfer on pit lane. Sean Jacobs on pit lane as well. 90 of Todd Robillard. I keep wanting to call him Sean. He's going to kill me. As he's indicating he's going to be coming down pit lane. Just to give you an idea what this is going to be like on slick conditions here. He's being pretty conservative here of coming off the track. Off turn 4 to come down pit lane. From Todd Robillard on pit lane. Tim Lansbury in the 82 car. Going to assume the lead, I would bet you this time by. So Tim Lansbury in the 82, our new race leader. Sean Jacobs coming back out on track after making pit stop. We got 3 cars out of the race right now. 15 drivers still in. Tim Lansbury in the 82, leading some laps here in that Skyline Chili Ford Mustang. Tony Reiner on pit lane. He's in P2, so he's peeled off the track to come down pit lane here on lap 90. Tim Lansbury on the outside line. He's going to let that 90 car go. So the 90, our race was our race leader before making pit stops here, making that pass, unlapping himself. Now in 6th. On the tail end of the lead lap, Sean Jacobs going to follow him through. Down on the inside line, Sean Jacobs getting by in that 24 car. Just a little bit of a worrisome time. If you had to pit a little bit earlier here, this is a little worrisome time. Not for the 82. The 82's out front, but some of these guys like the 7th place car, Ismael Castro, 1 lap down. John Stanley, well, Ismael has a little less worry because he's in the lucky dog position. John Stanley, Preston Hassel, Rogerio Santos, as we see Tim Lansbury peeling off the track to come down pit lane. Because if there is a caution flag, then those guys get caught a lap down, and that's not good. So now they're getting their laps back as Tim Lansbury making a pit stop here. Lucas Sinfer now the race leader. Colin Maniac a 2.5 back. Tim Lansbury in 3rd. Now Artur Vieira in 3rd. Artur Vieira here. So how about that, man? That is 1, 2, 3 in points. 1, 2, 3 on the track. Lucas Sinfer, Colin Maniac, Artur Vieira. 1, 2, 3 in points, and that's how they run here 92 laps in. Artur Vieira here in the 4 car. DeLuca making a little contact with the wall right there, scrubbing off some speed. Colin Maniac closing in, only 1.1 seconds back now. So things tightening up a little bit. But John Stanley here quietly has that car up to the 7th position. That Stanley Tools Ford Mustang having a good run. Out there kind of by himself right now. Colin Maniac running in the 2nd position, closing in on our points leader. And the race leader. Colin Maniac here in this Fanatec sponsored Ford Mustang, and these guys using that high line, man, I'll tell you, that is really, really high up the track, and Colin Maniac has a heck of a run here. Couple young guns battling it out. Lucas Sinfer and the whippersnapper. So good run here as Luca drops down to the bottom line there, getting by Jeff Sickles in that 29 car, opening up a little bit of a gap there. Colin Maniac in 2nd. 95 laps in. I know, I think I had it scheduled for on the banner as 98, but I made that on accident. I must have got that mixed up with the Saturday Night Thunder, which is 110 laps tomorrow. But Colin Maniac, he's saying, Alexi's saying Colin Maniac is feeling blood right now. Smelling blood in the water. 13 there, letting that 81 of Tony Reiner getting by. Tony Reiner running in the 10th position. To unlap himself. He is in the lucky dog position, but he makes some contact with the wall right there, right in front of Colin Maniac. So that 81 drifted up the track, a little bit too much speed there through the turn, and he could not catch it, and he makes a little bit of contact with the outside wall. Now gives that spot on the track back to the 13. Artur Vieira here coming down pit lane. Now, I don't know whether he has a drive-through penalty or what, but he's come off track. And now coming back out, so he might have had to serve a drive-through penalty. That is devastating at this point. So he's given up a ton of positions. Tony Reiner running in 10th. He's getting back by that 13 car. Opening up a little bit of gap on that 13. And I'd say to the 81, my thought process, if I were in the 81's position, is I would not want to affect the outcome of this race. Let the 13 and the 21 race it out. 21 might be content in trying to use that draft and catch up to the 13 might be content in trying to use that draft and catch up to the 81 car. Take a look at 29 and the 82 racing for position. The 82, Tim Lansbury, getting by that Jeff Sickles machine. Number 29 at Zigzag Sponsor machine. Reese Canaday here in the 80, racing Rogerio Santos. Santos there holding on to that car. Looked like it got a little bit loose on him as Reese Canaday getting by. Take a look out of the front of Reese Canaday's machine. You see Rogerio's car comes around just a little bit, and Reese Canaday takes that spot. Oh, Tony Reiner really gets in hard into the wall. Man, that car drifted up the track on him in a hurry. So now 13 gets back by, so Tony Reiner going to have a pretty significant amount of damage here as you see the 88. Will Dunbar running in the 12th position. Reese Canaday here trying to get by the 27 car. So good battle between the 80 and the 27. Little Ford versus Camaro. Jeff Sickles retiring his machine. Unfortunate to see that out of Jeff Sickles. Back up here with Luca Sinfer. So Luca Sinfer, Luca Sinfer gets up into the wall there, so a little bit of contact with the wall on that 21 car as he got by the 97. Luca now opening up more of that race lead. So extending that race lead on that 13 car. So this is really not what you want to see if you're in the 13. You want to lead the most laps, you want to win the race, and you want to see that 21 back in the pack somewhat. Tim Lansbury now closing in on that 81. That 81 limping that car around. He made hard contact with the wall. 82 gets by. So that Skyline Chili Ford Mustang now taking over, getting a few spots there. Rogerio Santos moving up the track here as Tony Reiner trying to get by Rogerio. Looking out of the back of Tim Lansbury's machine. Going back up here to live as our 21 of Luca Sinfer leading the field. Tony Reiner and Preston Hassel battling it out. Preston Hassel in the 27 car down on the bottom line. That 81 car is slinging that car around. My heavens, that car is all over the place. He's got some pretty significant damage here as Preston Hassel looks like he's coming down pit lane. But Preston Hassel making a pit stop here, I believe, in the 27 car, giving up some track position late in the race. John Stanley here picking up a spot now in 5th as Ismael Castro makes a pit stop. So some of these guys short on fuel. Now I got to wonder. This guy has been excellent, spot on all season long as far as fuel mileage. Does he have enough? Luca Sinfer generally staying out a little bit later than some of these other guys. Does he have enough fuel to make it to the end? Close out the championship. So this 21 car has won 3 races this season. Can he make it number 4 and capture the championship? So Lucas Sinfer here now crossing the start-finish line. 2 laps to go for the 21. The Flex Seal sponsored Mustang trying to seal the deal. So the 21 now coming around to across the start-finish line, and he'll have 1 lap to go. Lucas Sinfer. So the 21, Lucas Sinfer coming off turn 4. Crossing that start-finish line and will win this race at Las Vegas and take home the championship. So Lucas Sinfer in the 21 car, 4 wins this season. In getting that race win and the championship. So good battle there. Oh man, the 90 and the 24 battling it out there at the end, and looks like 24 might have gotten that spot. So the 21, Lucas Sinfer, gets the big victory and the championship. My heavens, man. We'll take a look at the final results here tonight. Lucas Sinfer finishes in P1. Colin Mattiak, good run there, finishes in second. Sean Jacobs with that late race pass there, finishes in the 3rd position. Todd Roblard, great run for him, finishes in 4th. John Stanley, how about that, finishes in the 5th position. Tim Lansbury is 6th. Reese Kennedy finishes in the 7th position. Tony Reiner 8th. Rogerio Santos finishes in the 9th position. How about Will Dunbar finishing in 10th? Ismael Castro finishes in the 11th position. Preston Hassel, 12th. Givaldo Spindola, 13th. Artur Vieira, 14th. Jeff Sickles finishes in the 15th position. Paul Brown finishes in the 16th position. Terrace Enrique finishes in 7th and 17th. And Dan Chu finishes in the 18th position. So congratulations to Lucas Sinfer on getting that race win, and what a way to win a championship. Man, you're going to come out, win the race, seal the deal, and get that race win. So congratulations to the 21 car. Very, very impressive race win for him. So Lucas Sinfer, the 2020 fall season champion in the High Octane Racing League Bushwhacker Series. And we'll see if we can't get him up here in the booth for the interview.
Thank you very much.
Well, I'll tell you, that a lot of guys were reporting how hard this setup was to handle, especially when the track rubbered in. What was your assessment of this this setup here in this track?
I must say at the start, for the first whole stint that we did before the yellow came out, I thought that was pretty terrible. The setup sucked, absolute garbage. But and I came up with an idea, because once upon a time I did this track again a long time ago, and the highline was Rocket Man somehow. It was just Rocket Man the whole way through. So I thought about it and I tried it, and it just worked like magic.
It seems like you've been very good at being able to adjust to the race conditions this season. And also, I should say, it seemed like you've been very good, too, of just sort of being patient and waiting for the car to come to you, because it seems like some of these guys really go out like gangbusters, and you seem to reel them in.
It seems to be. A lot of people just go really fast, but then they don't think about it, because then after they're done going really fast, they go really slow, and they're like, why am I going so slow? It's because they went too fast.
Well, the tracks that you really have to get out, get up on top of the wheel, jump up on the wheel there and drive this car seems to be the ones that you excel at.
I must say, this track, I was almost doing donuts the entire time, almost the entire time. I was just spinning. If the tires got too low, I would almost be drifting through the whole corner. It's not good to see.
Well, 4 wins this season, pretty hard to beat that, and you got to feel pretty good about you had a big field here tonight, and not only getting the championship, but coming away with a race victory.
I was not expecting a race victory. I was just expecting something pretty good, but I did mess up the wheel lock though, so it was a very, very imprecise the entire time. It was very hard to drive.
Well, hey, congratulations on not only the race victory, but the championship here in the fall season, and looking forward to not only more race victories out of you, but also more championships here coming up in the future here in the Bushwhacker Series at High Octane Racing League.
Thank you very much.
You're going to give a shout out to your sponsors?
Gotta give a shout out to Phil Swift and Brent Owens. Not sure why Brent Owens, but Phil Swift has supported me through this entire career. My entire stock car career, I've had Phil Swift the entire time. He's been very supportive. It's just, through sponsorships and through just being there. Every race he's been there on the hood of my car.
All right, buddy. Well, congratulations. And Brent's a good guy. That's a good shout out to him, too. Good friend of mine. So I know you race over there at Happy Hour Racing League a little bit, too, on Mondays and Thursdays, maybe?
Yes, mostly Mondays.
Well, good luck there as well, and give them as much as they give back to you, buddy.
Thank you very much, Heath.
All right. Right, that's Lucas Sinfer, one of the nicest guys out there on the track, and I tell you, for such a young driver, he's really got a lot going on there as far as figuring out that race strategy, knowing the car, knowing how the track changes, and being able to deal with those changes, being able to adjust on the fly. This guy has been spot on this season with 4 wins. So very impressive job there for Luca. Congratulations to him on the championship. Well, don't forget, coming up tomorrow, we got a great race headed your way. That is Apple Valley. It's California. Race number 7 in the High Octane Racing League IndyCar Series. Very excited for this one's 100 laps. Going to be some great racing there. Hopefully we'll see a great big field. Maybe Alexei Salviev will join us out there. So be interesting. I know he was in the chat session tonight. So be excited for that. You want to tune in. It'll be live right here on TurnLeftTV at 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Right here at TurnLeftTV. I'll tell you what, man, you really cannot say enough about the racing that we've seen here in the High Octane Racing League Bushwhackers Series this season. I mean, you've got some, Colin Madiak, another one of our young drivers here who has 2 wins this season and did a great job of really making the 21 car, making Lucas in for earn that championship. He's got that strategy down too. He is hard to beat. And Sean Jacobs having a good showing this season. Todd Robillard. John Stanley, how about that, finishing in the 5th position tonight. Tim Lansbury finishing 6th. And Reese Kennedy climbing up the grid there, finishing 7th. So a good run for him tonight. Don't forget, coming up at 9 p.m. tomorrow, if you want to do some racing, come on out, man. I'm going to be in the driver's seat doing some racing here in the Saturday Night Thunder. So 110 laps here from Vegas in the Cup. So it should be a great one. Thank you so much for coming into the YouTube channel and checking out TurnLeftTV. Man, we had a lot of visitors tonight. I think I looked down at some point, and there were 20 people watching the race at once. So very, honored that you would come out and watch, and a lot of people joining in. It looks like Tim Madiak there said, nice season for the young guns. Congratulations to Luca. So that's very nice of him as well. Alexis Salviev coming in here. We had some great chatting going on. A lot of guys supporting, coming in here to support TurnLeftTV, and not only that, but also High Octane Racing League. So really cool to see that. If you haven't hit that subscribe button, I encourage you to do so. And then if you would like to share my videos with your friends, you're more than welcome to do that. You can share TurnLeftTV videos anywhere that you can share YouTube videos. You're more than welcome to do that. Please hit that thumbs up button. Let me know you were here. And as always, thank you for your patronage. I'm really honored that anybody would come out and watch races here on this little thing that I do on TurnLeftTV. All right, well, congratulations on Luca on a big championship. I'm going to get out of here and go talk to my friends. I'm out of here.